And we're back with Ice Cream with the Deals, finally. It's been too long of a hiatus, so there could be a ton that we could go over, but we're going to keep this in our normal style, try to keep it brief. You'll still kind of get caught up a little bit on what we've been doing, but here we are, Ice Cream with the Deals. Summer, go ahead and kick us off.
Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and say that I'll just recap on Nationals, which was my A race for my life. Not really. But I'll just say I went into Nationals. I've had some really incredible training blocks. I've just felt really strong, really ready. A couple of days before the race, I started to get some chest congestion. I was loading up with zinc every 3 hours and vitamin C, and just trying to ignore the fact that my body felt like crap. And I thought, it's only going to be like a couple minutes over 2 hours, hopefully, and not a couple minutes, okay, whatever. I'll be like a little bit over 2 hours, and I can muscle my way through, just 2 hours worth of hard work. And I enjoyed going to Nationals. I thought it was great. It was a great experience. I had probably one of the worst races of my life. Just got to the swim, couldn't really breathe. Chest congestion was going on, and overall my body just was not able to do what I know that it's capable of. And so that was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I went into that race thinking that something very different was gonna happen, and it didn't turn out that way. And so I've just had to do a lot of reflecting. I've started to change a lot of stuff, even just in the last week, about how I look at training, how I look at racing, trying to journal, meditate more, stuff like that. So I'm excited about the future. And I think another thing about Nationals that made me feel a little bit better about how the race went down was that the past week I've been so sick that I haven't been able to do anything for 5 days, and I had to miss work. So that made me feel a little bit better about why I felt so crappy. Is I think I was fighting it off for so long, and then finally after the race, I just kind of, my body let the sickness hit, and it hit with a vengeance. So yeah, but looking forward to the future.
So safe to say that's your negative,
positive,
thorn,
and bud.
Thorn and bud there. We can maybe come back to something a little more positive. That doesn't really count as positive.
Okay, whatever. Okay.
So I've also been fighting off a little sickness. I also got some kind of weird stomach thing that is really undefined, but it basically meant I spent 5 days with pretty intense cramping, and the side effects that come with cramping. I was gonna keep that ambiguous, but here we are. Yeah, so a little bit of gas as well. So that actually kind of shut me down harder than it should have. That was a little rough, and so that coupled with the flu we had a while ago, it feels like we've just been sick a lot. Maybe that's because I work with kids. Summer works in a hospital setting. So there are a number of kind of reasons for that. I think we try to take care of our bodies relatively well as we eat ice cream in the late afternoon. But with that said, it was frustrating kind of getting set back in training again. I don't think I'm losing a ton of fitness from kind of that lack of training, but it's not giving me that last little bump that I could have headed in towards St. George, which is still what I'm looking forward to, and it probably will be for the next couple weeks. Because in less than 3 weeks now, I'll have my first pro race at St. George 70.3. And yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for that. It'll be a completely new experience lining up on the start line with those guys, and including some one of our good friends from Albuquerque who will also be having his pro debut. So it'll be exciting. There's just so much to look forward to there. Still some kind of prep to get ready for, both mental and gear wise, but we're getting there. So yeah, St. George 70.3 in 3 weeks. Looking forward to that a lot.
Yeah, okay, so that was your high and your bud.
No, that was my low and my bud. I haven't done my high yet.
Oh, okay. So I'll do my high real quick. I think my high would be getting to race on a new bike. That was fun. It definitely was beautiful. And I don't even say that about bikes, but it looked sick. And and that's been fun. So getting to have a new bike that we didn't really have to pay for. That's great.
Yeah, and so I actually do want to give like a real workout that I had that I think went relatively well, and that was today's workout. It was actually just a couple hours ago. I have not gotten the chance to do any intensity on the bike or run this kind of whole past week. I got a couple of decent swims in, but with this stomach cramps and fighting the last little bit of congestion, I just haven't done any like speed work or high intensity work on the bike there. So today I had a kind of open-ended brick that was mostly focused on endurance, with a little bit of intensity. And for those of you who don't know, a brick workout is where we start on the bike and then we immediately transition into the run.
So you get all your like little jelly legs. You practice jelly legs.
Yeah, so it's kind of a race simulation type thing. But it's a very important workout. It's a core for every single person to get at least a couple of good bricks in before each race. And so I did about 2 hours on the bike, and my coach had said, try to do the last hour hard. No power numbers, no heart rate numbers, just hard. And then I had 3 by 10 minutes solid effort, another very vague kind of term, and with 3 minutes in between on the run after. So I ended up kind of going steady on the bike. I put in a very optimistic race effort for 45 minutes on the bike. It's a number that if I could hold that at St. George, it would set me up very well. So we'll see. Maybe I got a little too optimistic there, but 45 minutes hard, and then went out on the run and worked really hard for the first 10 minutes, and then kind of fell off in the next 2 intervals. But overall, it just like felt good to work hard again, to see my power numbers higher, to see my paces under 6 or whatever it is. So it was kind of good to feel not sick again, and the weather was great, so it kind of added on top of that. But yeah, so a good workout when there haven't been a ton of them in the past week or two.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to too. It's a couple of good workouts coming up this week. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. Thanks for joining us, and we hope that we'll be a little bit more consistent and hopefully less sick in the coming weeks.
Those are correlated there. So our energy to make content, it goes way down when the energy to get out of bed is kind of like
not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thanks for joining us. As always, we've got our Instagram and our website, and yeah, just feel free to drop us a line or does that mean call us? Wait, don't call us. I mean, you can call us. You can comment if you want.
Yeah, and thanks Turkey Hill, our totally not sponsor, for just making delicious ice cream.
As always.
Yep, we won't quit. I ain't quitting you, Turkey Hill. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great week.